Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Kollin for video number 3 with Mike and David, a dating and relationship coaching series. Okay. All right, so now I told you I'm going to give you a second. Okay, David did the pointing thing, so there's a million ways to answer the question. What did you mean?
Well, a friend of mine, Marco, I'm going to give a shout out to Marco. How you doing?
Hey, he's saying the words. These customers are classy customers.
Classy customers?
They actually are.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
So he pointed out that I kept on pointing a lot.
What?
Just like you pointed out 3 years ago that I said block a lot.
Well, all right. Here's the actual answer. You point because it's a very male thing. The linear brain is the external, and it's narrow. It's like you're aiming at a target. That's when you're in that part of your brain, especially it's really the reptilian brain. You point a lot because your eyes are narrow. Everything is like a target, like you're targeting everything, either or, right? So the idea is to get you out of that part of your brain to get you into your larger human brain, especially open up to the right brain. Bam! Well, all of a sudden you understand women. Women understand you. Women want to talk to you. You're more comfortable, etc. So that's the short answer because that's not what this video is about. This video is about the second technique on how to, I could even say, on the last filters, how to get people to kind of put their filter aside to actually listen to understand you. It can cause people to let down their defenses and not be defenses. That way they can, and here's a key phrase, listen to understand, okay? And a lot of people don't do that because they're like defensive, like, what do you mean when you say that? And you this, and they point fingers. Now that's a little bit different than you just pointing, hey, what's up? You know, that's a little different.
Well,
sorry.
What was it? Say the difference again. What's the difference?
It's just different. It's too in-depth to explain right now. Because it's one thing to project, but it comes from the same thing. You're looking external. So when you're external, you project a lot and you point a lot. Does that make sense? They're similar from a similar system, but they're different pieces being filtered through that system. In fact, that's the quickest way because I want to.
Okay.
Well, you really want to talk about this?
No. Let's go to the next thing.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll come down next time. We'll do another video.
Hey.
Hey.
All right. So one of the biggest teachings that I have in my course is listen to understand, and I teach you how to clear your mind so you're not thinking when someone else is talking. Because the minute you start to think, you're not listening, you're not understanding, and that's one of the problems with filters is people are not actually understanding or listening to understand because they're thinking of what I'm going to say next, or they're going to argue with you what you're going to say, and therefore they're not fully receiving. If you are a negotiator, listening to understand is absolutely key to your power. You want to win an argument, you need to listen to understand because otherwise you don't know their position, you don't know their beliefs, you don't know where they're coming from, and you're going blind into that battle, if we could call it that. Okay, you want to learn to open up and receive everything they're saying because then you can see the angles and all that good stuff. Kind of makes sense?
That makes sense. Yeah. I'm sure, most arguments start from one person not listening to understand the other person.
Yeah, or both people.
Or both people, vice versa.
So here's what you do. And I have to do this a lot with my clients. Let me turn this off. I have to do this a lot with my clients because they're coming into a course, and here I am teaching them wildly, drastically different ways of perceiving the world, and especially women, and they're just like, there's no way that could be that way. So one of the things I say to people is, we all have our own sets of rules, values, and beliefs, right? So we walk out into the world and we bump into someone who has different values and beliefs, right? And a lot of times you would feel like, well, I got to change so they feel comfortable with me or like me. And then you leave them and you're walking around with their values and beliefs, and then you bump into another person, and then you feel like you got to change your beliefs again. And then you go to work, and now you got to be like these people. And it ping pongs at your brain. It can give you massive anxiety and like, what the fuck? I don't know what I think. Why are you laughing? Because you know what I'm
saying. Yeah, I know that one. Ping pong. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I had it a long time ago. All the stuff I teach, I went through it too. So it's not like I understand.
Yeah, the ping pong is just crazy.
Ping pong's not good.
It's not good.
So here's what's really going on. It's not that people don't want to understand you or that you don't want to understand them. It's that you're going, I can't keep changing my values and beliefs every time I go talk to a new person, because by the end of the day you're going to be exhausted, and you're gonna freaking have a nervous breakdown if you keep doing that. But here's what happens with nervous breakdowns is, as Tony Robbins says, and I really like this because, it really is true. You're not having a breakdown. You're not. You're having a breakthrough. And now that sounds like, that's just a corny way to say, turn on a positive. No, it really is, because when you finally have that breakdown, you finally go, screw it. I'm done. I'm done trying to please people. I'm done. And boom, all of a sudden you find you and who you are, and you walk through the world, and all of a sudden, you're you, and I'm me, and you're you, and I'm me, and that's okay. It's okay to be different. It's okay to have different values and beliefs, okay? Now, here's the technique. What I say to people when they're not listening to me and they're like being defensive, they're being defensive not because they're jerks, but because they're like, but my values, and this is what I believe, and you're saying something different. Or a lot of times, especially in my course, I never ask anyone to change any value, rule, or belief. And the one thing that we learn in NLP is we're not taking any of your skills or tools away. We're adding tools to your toolbox, and we're just teaching you how to use these tools. So now you have more possibilities. All right? That's one of the things I say to them, because that's very true. I don't take any of your tools or skills away. You can use anything you want. It's very much like, let's say you're really good at using the screwdriver, and you're really good at it, and that's why you like to use it, because you've done it a lot, and it's easy, it's effective. What about when you need to hammer some nails in? What would be a good tool for nails?
A hammer, I think.
A hammer.
Pretty sure.
So the problem is, if you try to hammer stuff with a screwdriver and bang it away, you're going to break the screwdriver, and it's not as effective. You're going to cut your hands, you're going to miss it. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
So it's much more effective and powerful to use a new tool, i.e. strategy. So here's what I tell people after that. So those are two pieces that lead up to this piece. Then I say, and this is probably the most important thing you say, even if you don't do the first two pieces. Say, look, I'm not asking you to believe anything I'm saying. I'm not. And I'm serious, though. Why are you laughing?
No, I like this.
Yeah, because when I said it to him, it was about the third day in the course, because I'm like, he was just, he had all this nervous energy, like he's fucking.
You're taking away my beliefs, man.
Freaking out. Exactly. I said, look, I'm not asking you to believe anything at all. I'm not asking you to change your beliefs, and I'm not asking you. This is the most important part. I'm not asking you to believe what I'm telling you. You don't have to believe anything that I say. I'm absolutely okay with that. And you don't have to agree with me either. You don't have to agree with anything. So there's no agreeing or disagreeing or believing or disbelieving. And here's what I say. And this is the key one. All I'm asking you is to listen to understand what I'm saying. How did that make you feel when I said that to you that day?
Oh, I don't remember what happened that day.
Right. Well, how does it make you feel now?
But I remember having a conversation with some friends I hadn't seen in about 20 years.
Right.
And it was basically a lot of negativity there. They still held on after 20 years, the same negativity over and over. And so, I was just, then I remember what you said, and I was just going on about, okay, well, I'm not asking you to believe my beliefs. I'm asking you just to listen to what I'm saying. That's it.
I would say listen to understand.
Listen to understand what I'm saying.
And here's what I say. I'm sorry, let me cut you off. I'm sorry. Hold that thought. So here's the thing. I say, I'm not asking you to change your beliefs or even believe a word I'm saying. And then I say, I'm totally okay with that. I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm okay with that too. I really am. And I say it like this congruently. I really am okay with that. All I'm asking you is for you to understand what I'm saying. And then I'll say, if you don't understand what I'm saying, what's the use of even having a conversation? And then here's the final piece. And then I say, it's totally okay after you understand what I'm saying to not agree with me or believe what I'm saying. I'm okay with that. But have you ever had a conversation with someone? We're going back to filters. The first thing I taught. Have you ever had a conversation with someone where you're saying this and they're disagreeing with this conversation over here, and you're like, that's not what my belief is. That's not what I'm saying.
Yes.
It's come full circle now?
No, I did not say it verbatim, each of those words.
Right, that's right.
But again, even when I was doing that,
even a little bit,
it took about 15 minutes before they actually stopped rambling on about the negativity to finally listen to what I was saying.
Yeah. And didn't that allow them to open up and understand you at least a little better?
A little better. I'd say a little better.
All right. So what happened?
All right. we left on good terms and stuff like that. It's just I realized that it's like if you're on a negative rant and you're not getting rid of those filters, you're just going to continue having that rant over and over. You putting a filter on me?
Taking them off.
Taking it off? Thank you, Mike.
So I guess what I'm saying is,
Took off my filter.
Is when you walk through the world and you're totally okay with people having different beliefs than yours, and here's what will allow you to do that, is to say people like, I'm totally okay with you not understanding or not believing what I'm saying or agreeing with me. I'm totally okay with that. All I ask is for you to understand what I'm saying. You'd be amazed that all of a sudden they stop trying to push their beliefs on you and vice versa. And they're not taking it like, oh, you're trying to make me believe what you believe. And you say, no. Here's what I believe or here's why. Just understand what I'm saying. And if you get something out of it, great. If not, push it off to the side and I'm totally okay with that. That opens up communication massively. Now you got people talking. Because talking is not talking. Talking is listening to understand. That is communication. Without that, you have no communication.
I agree.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I think John Overdurf taught me that one. I'm 90% sure he was the one who taught us that in class. He's an NLP, Master Trainer or something like that. Master Trainer, Master Trainer, something like that. He's pretty high up there. So that's it. This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. And remember, get my book, Crack the Female Code. What would you recommend, David, if they get the book Crack the Female Code to change your life or something else?
Again, the Crack the Female Code book is on sale for, what, $35?
$35.
$35.
$60.
Great book. I suggest you read it as many times as possible. You're going to get some great info from that, and it's going to open you up to thinking different ways.
Yeah.
But I would also suggest getting his Ultimate Package. The Ultimate Package is,
it has this book in it.
This book and many other books. It's $75, and it's just I can't say word because I can't say epitaphs are not good because this is a classy YouTube video. So I'm going to say it's a blankety blank great package because when you read one book, you want to read the next.
Yeah.
You want to read the next. In fact, I've read them all several times. I'm continually reading them because I always get something really a gem out of it each and every time.
Gem.
And so you're going to have to write a few more books just to please me.
I have a book that I've gotten 3/4 written called Be Powerful. I stopped on that. It was really...
I don't like 3/4. I like full.
Well, what I'm saying is, if you have bought my books before, you want me to finish that book, it is really about life. It's a step away from dating, relationship, and it's a step into personal development in a really powerful way. And there's some key lessons. And I share a lot of my personal stories of a lot of injuries and pain and stuff that happened and how I dug my way through it. In other words, I'm serious. Do you guys want me to finish that book? If you do, I will bump it up the schedule. Is what I'm saying.
Well, I want you to finish it.
Uh-huh.
When you get his books, the forward's really long, but it gives you a good idea of where he came from.
Yeah, but the forward's interesting, isn't it?
It's
isn't it funny?
There's a lot to the forward. Just most people don't.
Yeah, you read the forward because it's actually something.
You get a story about where he came from, and you have a better idea.
Don't tell him the story.
I won't tell you this. That's too long. I can't tell him the story.
Okay.
But. What was that? Now I lost my train of thought.
So it's
yeah, he has misspellings in the book. Don't let that dissuade you.
Oh my God.
That's a great thing because it makes you think differently when you're reading the book because you kind of go, what? This was misspelled. But you want to have that because what would you say?
I'm going to edit it. It's just I've got a lot of other things.
But what are you saying it's doing to the mind? It's really
causing your brain to think. It's causing your brain. Okay. Here's
because it makes me focus more on what I'm reading.
Yeah.
For me.
The reason why I didn't edit it is because even the guy who called today, he's a professional. He didn't even mention it. He goes, "Man, this book was incredible."
I don't think you should edit it, but
I'm afraid to edit it because I don't want to ruin the results that people have been getting from the book. I'm getting people from all over the world calling me to do this and like, how did you write this book? It really is an incredible book.
So I'm just saying that don't let that misspelling sway you from not reading it. You know, you're thinking, well, this is kind of strange, but there's a purpose for that.
I wrote the book really, really fast, and I did not edit it. I'll just give you the background. I did edit the book. I edited the book for 9 months. It was supposed to be a 10-page to 25 intro booklet for free. And I kept saying, well, they got to know this, they got to know this, they got to know that. And then once I got to about 200 some pages, my cousin was like, dude, just print the damn book. Get it out there.
You don't know how to stop, Mike.
No. And then I go, well, I got to edit it now, and I got to add this, I got to add this, and I got to add that, and then just kept going. And I tell you how I ended the book. I just ended it. I just ended it. I think I made a BS ending, and I'm done.
I got one more thing I want to say. These writings solve a lot of the mysteries that we ponder in life. Like why, especially men and women, I think, ponder in life, why the hell is this going on the way it is? Why do people do this the way they do it? You read these books, and if you have an understanding from reading these books, you go, oh, that's what's going on. And just that alone is worth just much more than what you're paying for these books.
I think one thing that people don't understand that I never put in my video, but when they come into my space or my living room, you're going to see, what are those called? Bookshelf after bookshelf, tall bookshelves, and some more over here. I've read about 500 books, easily over 350 books on human behavior, psychology, hypnosis, neurolinguistic programming, sociology, all kinds of stuff. Books on, what do you call it when you study animals? What's that called? Well, there's one up there. I can't see from here. But I've read books on human behavior compared to animal behavior. Why do animals do it? Oh, that's why we do it. It is an in-depth study of why humans are the way they are, and it alleviates a lot of hurt and a lot of pain due to men are wired this way and women are wired, or men are this way and women are wired internally. We're doing things in the opposite direction. We process language in two different ways, and why do we fall in love the way we do, and all kinds of stuff. And I don't think I've ever mentioned that, and I don't think I know. Okay, when you first walked in here, were you pretty impressed with all the courses I've taken and the home study courses?
I was impressed with all the certification and courses you've taken.
All right, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. That's a lot of training you did.
Yeah.
And I've done a little bit of training, but nothing compared to that. And I know that it takes a lot of time, energy, money, and passion to put into that.
Yeah. So my overall point of just bringing that up is to say this is an in-depth course. This is not just some flyby. It's not some dude going, oh, I'm going to write a book on how to meet women. I'm telling you. You know what's funny? It's called Crack the Female Code, but it is so much more than that. It's so much more than that, to the point like, wow, this took me in a direction. When you read the book, did it take you in a direction that you never even thought? You probably thought, oh, this is how to pick up on women. And
when I saw your videos, I didn't realize what direction it was going to take me.
You did or didn't?
Didn't. No. I just realized that, I continually did the same thing over and over, expecting better results from doing the same thing.
Because I was going to do it harder, the same thing,
harder and more. I was going to get more focused. Oh, that's good.
Don't do that. That's the worst thing you can do with a woman.
I'll focus more, Mike.
Read the book. Does it say in the book why focusing is the wrong way?
I don't remember saying that sentence,
so
but it just basically talks about the left brain and how when you go linear and focused, it just turns off the female right brain.
System.
Her mating processor system just gets completely turned off.
Right.
And
because when you're focused, it literally takes her out of her right brain. And the reason why that's important, because her mating system has a nerve that is connected to her right brain's communication processor. So when you're focused, it takes her to her left brain, and you just turned her off.
Not good.
Not good.
No one wants to be turned off. They want to be turned on.
Yeah, we want to turn you on. Buy the book now. Would you say the Ultimate Package is much better?
Oh,
or did you already mention this video?
If you're gonna get this book, $35 for this, I strongly suggest putting $75 down for the Ultimate Package.
Yeah, the Ultimate Package is like a $205 or $225 package. Get it for $75 right now before I change it. MikeKollin.com, MikeKollin.com. Say bye.
Look within.